Alright, back for round 3. That hand is actually keepable, I think, but I'm gonna mulligan. I don't know what my opponent is playing. If they have an aggressive deck, I'm gonna die. So I'll try to get something better. This is not much better, but I hope I can get a white or red land and then I have some cheap removal. Don't really want to go down to 5. I don't hate these, but I feel like I need to draw some lands. Some white or red, or white and red lands, if I don't want to lose. Okay, white. I guess I should have played my plains here and not my island, because I might wanna Swords to Plowshare next turn and still be able to into the royal the turn after that. That being said, we are not drawing days because it's on the bottom of our library, so not having, well, still I should have played the plains. Because if my opponent plays something really threatening like Pack Rat, I will need to Sword to Plowshare that thing right away. Well, Bloodghast 2, I guess. Bloodghast is pretty nice one, 2 swords. I think I'm still gonna take 2 and see what they want to follow up with. So I guess we are facing some sort of mono black deck. I don't think taking 2 is too much of an issue. And this way I can make it like I have some sort of counter spell. Though I think actually they remove Mana Leak from the cube, so I'm not actually representing match, but I don't think taking 2 is gonna be very damaging. It could be, but either way the right move was to Sword to Plowshare turn 1. Well, the second white is fine. Means I can cast Wrath of God, Quarantine Field, and these kind of things. Moorlands is also fine because of Stroke of Genius. And I mean, my opponent could be playing, black and another color and might be missing a color right now, but I feel like they are playing around counter spells now, which is fine. Now that I drew one, I guess it's justified to play around, but last turn it certainly wasn't because I had nothing. And as long as I can keep hitting my land drops, my stroke is just getting bigger and bigger, and it's just great for me. If they draw something like Duress at some point, it's slightly annoying. But I can Cryptic Command the Duress, draw a card. Then if they play something threatening, I can still bounce, then I still have the stroke, so I don't think we are doing too bad here. And again, since I have a stroke in my hand, each turn that passes and each turn I can hit another land drop without being under pressure is great for me. If my opponent plays something like Phyrexian Obliterator, the 5/5 for 4 black mana, or any creature that doesn't have any enter the battlefield effect, I would just bounce it end of turn. Okay, some more lands. I mean, I'm happy here. Again, the longer this goes, the better it's gonna be for me, and I can wait ages before I stroke. So yeah, my opponent might be missing a color, but I feel like they are playing mono black, playing around counter spells. I might be completely wrong though. Buried Alive, sure. Bury whatever you want to bury. Then if you reanimate, I can bounce the thing back to your hand. I guess if it's a Griselbrand, it's kind of annoying though. Like if my opponent gets, like, worst case scenario, I think they get a Griselbrand into the graveyard, and then they use Reanimate, and then I counter, and then they use Animate Dead. That's the worst thing, the worst case scenario. The worst thing that can happen if they do have the Griselbrand. Yeah, it looks like worst case scenario is happening today. They have Animate Dead, and I will have to count, and they will have the Reanimate, I guarantee it, so Yeah. I can still bounce the Griselbrand, but they will get to draw what? 7 cards, so that's really bad for me. Oh, they don't have reanimate. Oh my god. I would have bet anything that they had the reanimate. I was sure they would do that. Maybe they have another reanimation spell next turn, though that would not surprise me at all. In which case I would just let that happen and probably stroke for 4 end of turn, or maybe I should just into the royal. The issue is that Griselbrand, if they reanimate it, even if I can get rid of it, it's still gonna be annoying. But I don't really want to bounce that anymore because I can soon just cast it. Yeah, that's gonna be a reanimation spell. Dread Return. Yeah, you got it this time. Not much I can do. I will Declaration Instant that thing. Pretty nice that we can remove it from the game so they cannot reanimate it again. But yeah, my opponent drawing 7 card is painful for me. So mono black Reanimator. Alright, alright. Now I think they are thinking if they want to draw 7 now, which is slightly worse because they will have to discard end of turn, but if they draw a discard spell it might be better for them. Geralf Messenger. I don't really want that to resolve actually, I'm gonna exclude. It means I cannot into the royal, but oh well. Actually, I think I'm still gonna bounce that end of turn, and if they want to spend their next turn recasting Griselbrand, it's fine. Also, they have to discard end of turn, so bouncing means they will discard another card, so I'm getting a fair amount of value of that. Relic of Progenitus is sweet in this matchup, for some weird reasons, but that's funny. Clean up, discard 3. I will probably blow that thing up next turn. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, Griselbrand gets back into the graveyard. You wanna try to reanimate some more, my friend? Well, I will not allow that. The random main deck Relic of Progenitus. I think that's really hurting my opponent since they I'm pretty sure they have some other reanimation spells since they discarded the Griselbrand, so that's great for us. That's actually great. I think we'll drop the Sphinx. If they have a removal upkeep, oh well, they have a removal upkeep. I can steal Stroke of Genius and I should still be fine. But I will not wait. Oh, you may draw 2. Alright. Well, if they have a removal, fine. When you draw 2 cards of the Sphinx and then it gets removed from the game, it's fine. You got the value you needed, basically. Slightly painful to see the Sphinx dying from a Gatekeeper of Malak here, but yeah, you got me. So now it feels like my opponent might be stuck with a bunch of reanimation spells in hand. Drana. Alright, I don't really mind that too much. So I don't really need to Declaration in Stone that turn. I will be Flame Slashing Drana. I feel like she's threatening enough that I want to do that. Then I guess I should Impulse. Yeah, see if I draw something good. Because if I draw a counterspell of that, oh, negate, that's great. I would love to get part of the Water Veil. I kind of love... And I'm gonna put that on bottom, but actually Arid Mesa is gonna shuffle, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna pick negate because I really love the idea of dropping Gisela with negate backup. That sounds very sweet to me. I feel like I can afford to pay 2 life here. It's kind of obvious that I have something now, but I don't really care about that. And paying 2 life I don't think is really something that should matter a whole lot in this specific matchup. Bone Shredder? Come on! Alright, alright, alright. You got her. Why? Why did they had the creature removal? Ah. And Pack Rat, well, Declaration in Stone is a pretty nice card against Pack Rat. Against them rats of the pack. And my opponent might forgot about the Exile the same thing, I mean with the same name. And they might make a rat in response to me using Declaration in Stone. But maybe they will know. But whatever might be their answer, I kind of have to get rid of that right away. But I could see them using the ability and forgetting about... No, they did not. Yeah, drawing this pit was pretty good. So I'm taking 3 next turn, which is not the end of the world. I have some nice counter spells available. I can stroke for 4, or I can wait to stroke for more. Stroke for more, yeah. Alright, probably sacking the clue end of turn is my guess. Yup. And we still have the Chandra in the deck, and actually, since my last opponent had the Hero's Downfall, this opponent might have a hard time dealing with Planeswalker, because Black doesn't have thousands of ways to deal with Planeswalkers. I need to dissipate that thing, pretty much, because if I don't draw the counterspell, I mean the removal, I will lose. It's gonna just crush my skull. Beating down with this. Fine, fine, fine. Quarantine Field. I don't really feel like fielding those things, especially since one of them has an enter the battlefield effect. And taking 3 next turn is something I can live with. I think we want to stroke for like, what, 7? Then we probably should draw Chandra of those. I mean, we can maybe draw Chandra. I will not block with Fumarole here, I'd rather stroke for more. And then we would -2 Chandra, leave Negate available, keep Quarantine Field for some more threats, and probably win with Chandra. At least that's the plan. I guess, is there Runus Pass in this cube? Because I feel like it's the only black card I could have that could deal with a Planeswalker, since they clearly don't have... well, they could be splashing red and they could have Dreadbore, but there aren't many ace creature in black. Yeah, I feel like the only thing they could have is the Runus Pass. That would be annoying. I could also stroke my opponent. Make them draw 7. Yeah, I think I'd just rather stroke on myself. And yeah, I think this will not be played with meal shenanigans. I think we can kill them. Or maybe we cannot, because Chandra and part of the Wider Veil are pretty deep in the deck, apparently. Which is annoying. Let's draw 2 more and discard 2. Kinda wanna get something going on here. Okay, there's something. I can discard these. And now we'll do as I planned last turn. Cast Chandra, -2 Chandra with negate backup and daze, I guess, though it will probably not matter anymore. And that's our win condition. And if the opponent has the stupid Runus Pass, which I don't know if it's in the cube or not, we probably lose then. But if they recast creatures or Planeswalker, I can Quarantine Field, Oblivion Ring, Wrath of God, well, whatever. And actually, even if they do have the Renus Pass, we have Negate, so I actually don't care about that. Yeah. I guess I could plus Chandra, and then she would take 3 from those. And that's probably fine. She would go down to 2. Kind of like getting rid of those right now, though. I don't know. Attacking is fine, too. Maybe it's the right play. Yeah, maybe you should just attack, not care about those. Wrath them away next turn. Since I drew the Wrath too, yeah. Yeah, it's probably a better play than -2 Chandra, though I don't think this is the kind of thing that should really matter too much at that point in the game. I feel like I have a pretty strong control over whatever could happen between Negate, the Field, the Wrath of God, the O-Ring. The only risk is that my opponent finds a way to kill my Chandra somehow, and then... Oh, what is that? Makeshift Mannequin on Drana. Huh. I don't want to negate that, but if I don't negate that, my Chandra is likely to die, which I really don't want to. Because I feel like if Chandra leaves, I can win. And unless, like, the worst case scenario here is if they cast a Sorin and they can deal 2 to my Chandra and kill her. But anything that doesn't kill Chandra here, I just don't care about. Yeah, okay, good. So my opponent can get back a Drana, which, yeah, they have nothing good to get back. Yeah, I guess we should actually be attacking with Wandering Fumarole. No reason not to. Though I guess my opponent probably has some spot removal in hand, but like I have way more than enough mana. I guess it doesn't change the clock, they are dead next turn no matter what. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, no reason not to attack with Fumarole though. If they have a Doomblade, which they cannot have because second open had, but if they have a Doomblade type of removal, well, no problem. If they, I don't think like they want a Stronghold like Bone Shredder. I'm happy, like I give you a Bone Shredder each draw step for the next 10 draw step if you want. If that's what you want to do, you can do that, no problem whatsoever. So now I guess I will O-Ring the Shredder, which feels kind of weird, but I have enough removal. Oh, Skin Render. Alright, alright. Now I might actually Wrath of God. Yeah, I'm probably gonna Wrath of God into attack with Fumarole and Chandra's Token. And that should be game. My opponent has one card left in hand. And again, I don't think they can ever win that game if they don't kill Chandra. And they did not kill Chandra. We still have days if somehow they try to cast a 5 mana instant speed removal. But yeah. This should be it. Alright, we got there. Sweet. Mono black Reanimator. My opponent must have been mad that I'm randomly main decking Relic of Progenitus, and it's only because I'm lacking playable, so that's really stupid. That being said, my deck is pretty good against Reanimator. I have a bunch of counter spells. I have some cheap and efficient removals that can deal with even gigantic creature. I have a Relic of Progenitus, obviously. Wrath of God. Yeah. Now, do we want to change the deck? I feel like Koss is kind of good. I feel like I should have main deck Koss actually and play slightly more Mountains. So this is probably something I misbuilded. A slight amount, because I ended up putting Cos in all matchup. I feel like Cos is just better than Gisela. I basically I put Gisela over Cos because of mana, but my mana is good enough that I can afford to play Cos. And in the end, I'm pretty sure that this is the main deck I should run. I don't need to play 18 lands. My curve is, well, I need to hit my land drop. I have some X spells, but my curve is not super high. I have no 5-drop. I can do most things with my chip spell. I have a few cantrips. Yeah. So I think that this should be the main deck. It's kind of weird to main deck Hordling Outburst in a control deck. It's actually a pretty decent threat though, because it's spread. But either way, yeah, I don't think we want to change anything. We'll go with that iteration of the deck, which I think is the actual right build if there is such thing. But Gisela is just not good. Like, I was main decking her because I was lacking playable, but Cos is just good in most matchups. Okay, I like that hand. I like the Swords to Plowshare, negate. All goodies. I guess we will lead with Mesa. I don't think it matters a whole lot. Yeah. You should probably not lead with Fortress, just to play around Wasteland, but other than that, yeah. Pack Rats. Annoying. I need to kill that now, but I want to fetch a Volcanic Island with that. And if I don't have negate next turn available, I don't think it's the worst. But fetching a Volcanic Island is really important, because it gives me second blue for Sphinx, and now that I drew Dissipate, it's even more important. So I guess again the right move was to lead with Plains over anything else, since I had Sword. Because here, if they play a non-creature, like let's say they play a Liliana. Yeah, let's say they play a Liliana and I lose because I did not have negate available. That's really lame. So despite thinking for maybe 5 seconds, I still led with the wrong land. Yeah, that was lame. Honestly, I deserve to be Lilianad, Lilianad out of that game. Because I exposed myself to that for no actual reason. Ophiomancer. Okay, since I have Ophiomancer, my missequencing will not matter, but still, that was dumb. Hordling Outburst. Well, we are not casting that right now, but we will be casting that at some point, I guess. If they play a creature, fine. Yeah. I will Wrath of God next turn anyways. And then I leave myself up. Why did they not attack with the snake? Weird. I think I want to fetch now though, because I don't really want to draw my Volcanic Island. Well, no, that did not make any sense. I could draw my Volcanic Island and be fine. Let's Wrath of God. And next turn, the plan is to Hordling Outburst plus leave negate backup, and pray that they don't cast something too silly right now. But if they do play something really good, like, I don't know, I don't really know what could be really that good. I guess a Phyrexian Obliterator, since I already used my Swords to Plowshare, could be really bad for us. Yeah, I already used Sword and Wrath of God. I still have some answers. I have Oblivion Ring, I have Quarantine Field, but that would be pretty annoying, like, yeah, really annoying. But luckily enough, the opponent did not have anything, and I think here it's right to stick a threat and keep negate available over keeping Dissipate, as my opponent just missed a land drop actually. They might want to use Stronghold. If they want a Stronghold Drana back, I just fine. I mean, you can get your Drana back. I don't care about that. if you want to get your Orpheomancer back, you can get it back too. I can live with that. Sure. Chandra. Alright, I was thinking about casting those wings, but we got another plan here. Orpheomancer is kind of decent at annoying Chandra, I guess, because they can chump block each turn and still get a snake each time. So it's kind of good. But it just feels like if they don't play something really good or get rid of Chandra next turn, and I can just untap with Counterspell, they will not really ever be able to come back in this game. At some point I can -2 Chandra. Yeah. This is not looking good. And we know that they cannot have the... and they missed the land drop again. Yeah, I think my opponent just conceded here. So yeah, we got lucky. I mean, in the end that was a good control deck, I guess. But I think I misbuilt it a little bit. I made some slight misplay. Nothing too awful, but some... each time I make something like that, it's kind of annoying. I don't like it, but it happens. But yeah, the deck was not that bad in the end. We had some really good counterspell, good answers. I was kind of worried about not having enough finishers, but we got there, so that's nice. Yeah, so that was blue, red, white control. Hope you guys enjoyed. If it's the case, feel free to drop a like. You can also leave a comment, subscribe, share the video. All of these are appreciated. And I see you for another one.